Welcome to the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show. Jeff, DiVeronica and Steve Bradley here, talking some Section 5 baseball with one of the perennial powers in the city, the East High Eagles. Coach Kyle Crandall joins us with shortstop. He's a senior, Victor Arroyo, and senior pitcher, utility man, Michael Conrow. Gentlemen, welcome to the program. Appreciate you. You guys are you've won 12 of your first 13 as we record this interview. What do you like about this team? And how excited are you about the start you've had? I can't even say start. It's past mid-season now. But how do you like this team, Coach?
It is. It's flying by, and I got to be honest. This has been one of the best teams that I've had in my 20 plus years. It's a great group of kids that have all really bought in. They believe in what we're doing and have really molded together well as a team. And whatever we asked, they do. And sitting here with two of my captains, and these guys are they're the heartbeat of our team and of our program. It's great to be around such great kids. So not only are we having a successful year, but just like I said, phenomenal group of kids, great young men.
Jeff, looking at the stat line for Victor, he's 24 for 41 at 585 average. On base percentage of 783, scored 37 runs, has stolen 29 bases, 4 home runs, 23 RBI. Victor, where does your love for baseball come from? And it sounds like you were just go as soon as you take the field.
Oh yeah, it started off since I was little. Always loved the game, and ever since, just loved it.
783 on base percentage. I've never had that in softball.
And believe me, he
amazing.
keeps stats for softball.
Yeah, not good ones. Victor, have you always been a shortstop? And I guess, do you like watching any current major leaguers play that position that you like to kind of emulate?
Oh yeah, I got a favorite player, Javier Baez.
And have you always been a shortstop?
Yeah, I played some outfield when I was like more little, and I did pitcher before, but mostly shortstop.
And Jeff, Michael, 22 for 41, checking in with a 537 average as we speak, 642 on base percentage, has scored 22 runs, 26 RBI, and also a pitcher, 2-0 record with a save, 2.52 ERA, 29 strikeouts in 17 innings. Michael, is pitching your forte? Is that your favorite spot on the field?
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite position. Always been a pitcher. Love playing it.
What's it like to have a guy like Victor as your shortstop?
Oh, it's great. I can rely on my defense anytime the opponent puts the ball in play.
Kyle, could you break down these two guys and as what catalyst for your team and the strengths of their games for us, please?
Sure, and I'll say that it starts before I even walk up to the field. I mean, if I'm running a minute or two late and they know practice starts at 3:15, I can count on the fact that these guys are already going to have the team going. They're going to start their warm-up pull. They're going to start their stretch routine. I don't even need to do anything for the first 20 minutes. They know exactly what's going on. And that sort of leadership is just real critical, real crucial. So they bring that leadership, in terms of preparation for all practices, all games. And then, of course, on the field, as you've seen, these are two of our captains. They were elected by their peers, and they've earned that spot for how they play on the field, how they conduct themselves in the classroom, and the respect that they have from their teammates. So having two guys like this as kind of a right and a left arm extended is really just an honor for a coach.
It's great to hear that about young people today, because a lot of times I think, Coach, and you know this, we talked about this before. You're one of the guys I think was one of our coaches who cares. You care about these guys, and it's obviously reciprocal. They care about you. Michael, let me ask you about Coach, because obviously he has a lot of respect for both you guys and confidence in you. He's a tough coach. I know him. He'll raise his voice. He'll coach you hard. He'll coach you up, make you a better player. Some kids don't like that when a coach raises their voice. How do you guys take it? I mean, does it motivate you? Did you have to try to figure out when you were younger, what he meant by all that? or it's okay to be tough on kids as a coach, in your opinion?
Yeah, so personally, I think it's always a good thing. It's always a learning experience, and I've loved how Coach has always given us the right instruction, even if he does have to get on us about something we did improper. It's always good to get better that way.
Victor, what do you enjoy most about this team?
I really like the chemistry that we all have. We're like a family. Half of us, like me, Conrow, like most of the seniors, we grew up since, like, we all been together since 9th grade year. So we really all have like a good, strong bond and good chemistry on the field.
Coach, how many city titles in a row here for this program?
Well, we've been to the city championship all 16 years that it's been in place, and we've won it 10 out of the last 16. Last year, we dropped it to the combined Monroe School of the Arts and School Without Walls team. They had 3 teams combined, and we lost last year. We had won 3 years in a row prior to that. And I know for these guys, I think they'll pretty much share that. Winning the city championship this year is really an expectation. That's something that we're expecting to do. We have like high goals and aspirations, but we're taking it one game at a time and just going out and playing, trying to get better each game so that we can be playing our best baseball, middle to end of May here.
And the Eagles, Jeff, will be in Class A2 of sectionals, so they'll run into some teams, Honeoye Falls, Lima, some other teams like that. Michael, playing the city schedule, you've done pretty well, but I think Coach has scheduled some other games, and you've got the championship of your tournament to get some other tests. What how much does that help the team seeing different looks and different teams throughout the course of the season?
So it's good to play outer league games because we face a lot of county pitchers when we do get to those games, which typically they will have stronger arms, better breaking balls. So we'll see different stuff that we don't get to see interleague. So that'll just prepare us well for the sectional run.
Hey, what does a utility guy like you play when you're not pitching? What positions?
I'm really like the fillers. So like whoever's on the mound at the time that I'm not, I'll go to first base and put on a first baseman's mitt. I could play outfield or third base. It's just wherever they need to stick me, I'll go play some ball.
Let's go with Swiss Army knife, not the filler, okay?
All right.
Swiss Army knife. Let's take a quick break, come back, and we'll talk more with East High Baseball right here on the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show.
I'm a biomedical sciences major. My goal is to one day open up my own pediatric office. I want to create an environment almost similar to the environment that Roberts creates for me. I want them to walk into the doctor's office and feel love. When I got here, I was just like, yeah, this is home. This is where I need to be. Be prepared for an adventure, be prepared for a journey, and enjoy the journey.
Have you recently bought a home, or have you been in your home for 5 years or more? Have you looked at your ductwork?
If not properly cleaned, air ducts can become contaminated with dust, pollen, or even mold. This can impact the air that you're breathing.
Check us out online and schedule your appointment today.
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
There's a path to success full of challenges, rewards, inspiration, and strength. A strength that only the U.S. Army Reserve can give you. The skills and experiences you'll get will give you an advantage in your civilian life. Stay close to home, train to develop your strengths, and get on a path to success. Find out more at goarmy.com/reserve.
For more information, contact Syracuse Army Recruiting Center, 315-449-2830. There's strong. Then there's Army Strong, paid for by the U.S. Army.
Welcome back to the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show. Jeff DiVeronica and Steve Bradley. You're talking some Section 5 baseball with perennial city power East High. But before we do that, go back to our interview. Let's tell you about the U.S. Army. This is our U.S. Army segment. Every week we tell you about the great recruiters in our area and that they can help lead you on a path that can help pay for your college education. There are more than 150 different careers in the U.S. Army. If there's a job in the civilian world, it's usually mirrored in the Army. Look at those numbers. Look at those areas of our region here. Connect with local recruiters and tell them you heard about it right here on the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show. We certainly do appreciate their sponsorship. All right, we've got East High School baseball here. Kyle Crandall in his 20th season as coach, along with two senior leaders, Victor Arroyo and Michael Conrow. And Steve, this is a program that has not only just made waves in the city, but a few years ago they broke through and almost won a Section 5 title, which is pretty impressive. Tell us a little about that, Steve.
Yeah, the 2016 season, the Eagles made a run to the AA final. I believe they played Churchville and Penfield in the quarters and semis and ran into a really good Webster Schrader team that had a player named Shane Marshall that went on to play at the University of Binghamton and made the state finals. Kyle, what does it mean to your program when you are able to have that postseason success and make a run?
Well, ultimately, we're trying to do something for the city that hasn't been done. At this point now, it's been 43 years. That's the last time a city team has won a sectional title. It was Jefferson in 1980. And you guys referenced the 2016 season. And that had been a 37-year drought for the city to even make a sectional final. So for us to break through and, that year beating Penfield, who was, ranked first in the state at one point in that season was just huge for our program. But that was 6 years ago. We have moved on, and we are, certainly going after that goal of ultimately one of these years bringing home a title to the city. And I'm telling this group of kids is a real special group, and we're going to have to play our very best baseball. And I know there's been a lot of comparisons to 2016. Some internal, some external, but I've told these kids that it's potential, and until we're able to, the potential is only as good, right, as it is on paper. But at some points, we have to prove that it's more than just potential.
I love the fact that the history of the city program, and obviously you've been around for a long time, and it's important to you for sure. Because guys, young men, you don't know. You got to know where you've been before you know where you're going. And it's real important. It would be really cool if you guys can pull something out like this off. So wish you the best of luck in doing that. Now, something you haven't been able to do the last couple of years because of COVID is take the trip to Pittsburgh, but you're able to do that. Coach, who started this tradition? And then we'll talk about this year's trip too, but who started this tradition, and I guess why did you guys start going to Pittsburgh as a team every season?
So actually, we haven't gone to Pittsburgh every year. It's only a second time in 12 years that we've gone to Pittsburgh. We pick a different city on the East Coast every year. So we've been to Boston, Cincinnati, New York, Baltimore, Philadelphia, pretty much any place a bus can take you. And we'll go watch a major league game, sometimes tour a college campus and play a team from that area, just as a way to, for our kids in the city to have that experience. Many kids in the suburbs get a chance to go on spring break, either to Myrtle Beach or Florida, and have a great experience. And so we've worked really hard to raise funds and come up with some means to be able to give our kids a real special weekend to remember. And this year, as shared, last 2 years, we haven't been able to go because of COVID. So this year we had a chance to get back at it, and we were in Pittsburgh last weekend.
Victor, I've been to a lot of major league parks, and PNC Park in Pittsburgh is right at the top of the list. It's one of the most beautiful. You've got the bridges in the background, just a great place. What was what was it like to go to that stadium? You saw 2 games against the Padres, the Pirates and the Padres. Hey, what was that like for you to walk in that stadium and share some of the experiences? I guess you guys had some conversations with some of the players.
Yeah, it felt great. Once I walked in there, like you could see the whole city in the background, all the buildings, all the bridges, and it was like a dream, really. We had lots of fun. We got to talk to a pitcher from the Padres and an outfielder from the Padres the next day, and it was lots of fun.
They only got to spend about 5 minutes conversation with Blake Snell. Blake Snell spent about 5 minutes with him.
What does he have? Only one Cy Young award?
How does that come together? How do you get to talk to players?
All right, so our whole team was on left field side. We're calling out Blake Snell's name as he walks to the bullpen. He comes over and we just chop it up about baseball.
Wow.
That's awesome.
And another highlight too, Michael, East High School athletic director Eric Robinson. A lot of people know him. He could have made SportsCenter. He made maybe quite the play of the weekend. What happened with him?
Oh yeah, so he's like the biggest guy you'll ever meet. So he's sitting there just chilling, watching the game. Foul ball comes to our section, bounces off a wall, and then it lands right in his lap. And it's great how the broadcast caught that, and we were on national television.
Now make him get a hit here.
That's awesome. That's so awesome.
You guys kind of mugged around him. What kind of stuff did you say as you gathered around him? I mean, it looked like one of those just like moments that you'll always remember. You come back for your 25-year reunion, and God willing, you guys are there to talk about that and share that memory, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely a good memory.
Victor, what would it mean? Let's go back to this real quick. I want to. And by the way, your only loss this season, as we record this, was to Avonworth, Pennsylvania. It was on this trip, right, Kyle?
That's correct.
And you guys faced a pretty good pitcher.
Yeah, they had a couple Division I players, and including their starting pitcher, who it was shared with us that he was headed to Kent State.
Cool. So, Victor, what would it mean to you guys as players if you guys were to somehow pull off winning a Section 5 title?
It'll honestly mean like the world for us. It hasn't like been won in 43 years, was it? In 43 years. And as teens, completing that goal, it will mean the world.
Well, I know Coach Crandall wouldn't say that it could be possible without really believing it. So I wish you guys the best of luck to make some history. It'd be really cool if the city team could pull it off, and East High would be probably the team to do it. So, Steve, anything else for our guys?
No, I just thought that was such a great story, and Coach had shared that they've done that and they didn't get to do that before. Maybe Michael, you talked about the experience at the ballpark, but what about the time and the bonding with your teammates? Sometimes, the best memories are made off the field. And what did that trip mean to you to be able to go and experience everything you did last weekend?
Man, so for all of the people in my class who are seniors, we've missed the past 2 trips because we're supposed to go every year, but we missed them due to COVID. So we just made sure we made the most of it on this trip, and we really had a good time at the restaurants, the hotels. So it was good.
Kyle, did they get a Permani Brothers with a sandwich with the coleslaw and the fries on it? Did you make sure you did that?
Wait, could you say that again? You cut out.
Oh, the Permani Brothers. Did you guys get the Permani Brothers sandwich with the French fries and the coleslaw on it?
Oh, no. Was that a ballpark food?
That's a famous restaurant, right, Coach? Right, Steve? Right?
Famous Pittsburgh. Yeah.
So, Coach, you're well traveled. What's your favorite ballpark, Coach Crandall?
I'm biased. It's Wrigley Field.
All right. Fair enough. I'm an Orioles fan, so I'll go with Camden Yards. So, Steve, what's your favorite ballpark?
Well, I would go with my top 3: Old Yankee Stadium, Wrigley, and Fenway. Of the new parks, I go PNC, and I really like the new park in Atlanta too. It's underrated.
How about you guys, Victor and Michael? Any? Have you been to many ballparks? Do you have a favorite? I've heard the Pittsburgh ballpark is fantastic.
Yeah. I really like the Pittsburgh one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, Pittsburgh was
listen,
definitely top tier, but I got to go with
Fenway? Is that what you said, Boston?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a Red Sox fan, so I'm going with Fenway.
I was just there about 2 weeks ago. It's really cool old ballpark. I'm glad they haven't done too much to modernize it. So enjoy the Green Monster when you go, Michael. And guys, enjoy the rest of the season. Obviously, from hearing your coach talk about you, you've been very important players to this program, and we congratulate you on being not only good players but good young men who are leading other good young men. And I know Coach Crandall does it the right way. So for Steve Bradley and our producer Joe Brott, East High, good luck to you. Go make some history. All right. Thanks for being on our show.
Thank you.
And thanks for watching us right here on the Cons and Ferris High School Sports Show.